Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. It's your brother Elahu Ramadan on the West Coast, bringing to you that 911, brothers and sisters. That 911, that emergency call. You didn't call it. We're calling you. We're calling you about that which will take place in the future, in the near future, brothers and sisters, that got to do with your identity, the identity of who we are, brothers and sisters. We are the angels that were told to submit to the Edomites. We are the angels that were told to submit to the Edomites, brothers and sisters, under the Abraham covenant. Know of a surety your seed will go to a land that's not theirs, served and afflicted for 400 years. After that, the God, he said, he will come himself. And 93 years before the end of that 400 years, 1930, Master Farad Muhammad came, brothers and sisters, and set up a nation of Islam. Set up the nation of Islam, brothers and sisters, and put Elijah Muhammad in charge of that. Gave him the supreme wisdom, the knowledge that we needed to get what was implemented in our minds, programmed for 400 years or 307 years. This program had been implemented. Not the program of being godly, but the total opposite. If we had a tag coming out the back of our neck, like you have on your t-shirt or your blouse or your pants, telling where it's made at, ninjas made in America by the master. But we were told to submit, so we had no choice but to do as we were told, and we did it. And they programmed us from their understanding of the Bible, the unsealed version, the unsealed version. In other words, the last book in the Bible was sealed. The Caucasian got the unsealed version of the Bible. And we end up being programmed by him. He had became our masters. Everything we did, everything we thought, all the knowledge we received was programmed from the cave dweller, the Neanderthal, the Edomites, the Chaldeans. That was their revelation, to commit mischief and shed blood. That's what they have been doing since they were on the planet. Brothers and sisters, them 400 years is over. Them 400 years was over. 1619 to 2019. And the first year after the 400 years, it would come up with a plague, the Cobra plague. But it had a GPS on it, brothers and sisters. It had a GPS. It knew right where to strike. All European nations was falling like a ton of bricks. They were dying. And right then and there, they knew what time it was. They knew their time had ended or was coming to an end, and that our time of rulership will come back into existence. So they We couldn't rule with the information that we have received for them. They had adopted the religion called Christianity, and they downloaded that in our head, using that as a tool to keep us under their foot, to keep us locked in their gravitational vortex of this world, of America. But Elijah was told that we were other than that which they had programmed that we were. You know all the names, brothers and sisters, that they called us and still call us today. Well, our time is up here, and it's time for us to leave. But what sign will we get, brothers and sisters? What sign will we get to tell us that it will be time for us to leave? The greatest sign that ever came to a people, brothers and sisters, the abomination of desolation. The abomination of desolation, brothers and sisters. If we would just look up those words, we would understand the sign. And we will see, brothers and sisters, that those in Israel who call themselves Jews but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan in Israel, the ones who are desolating the Palestinians with unusual cruelty. The Palestinians don't have an army, don't have a navy, don't have Marine Corps. All they got is Hamas. And on October the 7th, 2023, Hamas did his last move because there was no more negotiating. They wasn't taking them seriously. The occupiers, false Israel, that was put in that position in 1948, was dealing them nothing fair. Matter of fact, they were locked up in the Gaza Strip, the biggest concentration camp on the planet, brothers and sisters. Well, when that abomination and desolation took place, you read it. Matthew's 24:15 gives you what we supposed to do, brothers and sisters. What we supposed to do. Flee. Flee, brothers and sisters, because that 911, that emergency alert that states that all black men, women, and children is a security risk. It's a security risk to the United States of America, brothers and sisters. That's how they're going to, that's why we're getting a preview of what happened in Palestine to let us know that it's coming here in a city near us in America, because the lie is going to be exposed. The whole world eyes is in Palestine, brothers and sisters, because of what the false Jews are doing, who stated that they are the chosen, the children of God. But it looked like they doing God's work, not by the definition of abomination and desolation. Abomination is what the uprising that the Palestinians did against their occupiers. They got tired of it. So they struck on October the 7th, 2023. And Israel responded like they said out of one mouth, they're the God chosen people, but their response wasn't in accordance with what they described themselves as. But it's a sign, brothers and sisters, for the true seed of Abraham, the true people who would benefit from the Abraham covenant. 400 years we had it to submit. Now the 400 years is over. The new law, the new rule. Master Suleiman Rahim, the wisest man on the planet who broke the 7 seals in the last book of the Bible that give us our revelation, brothers and sisters, to give us a new mind, not the old program that we received from our enemy. A new mind, a new program with new orders. And them orders ain't to submit. We already did that for 400 years, brothers and sisters. This order ain't to love and forgive. We already been doing that. The order now is do unto them as they done unto you. Consequences. Law of the universe, brothers and sisters. They were not told to touch, they were told not to touch the tree. Just absorb from the spatial mind that we got. When they came over there to get us, we wasn't just langling around, chilling, kicking it, doing nothing. We had the highest level of civilization on the planet at that time. But we had to submit, brothers and sisters, because we was going through energy deprivation. And therefore we couldn't sustain ourselves. When this first start happened, the diagnosis was because we stayed awake all day, every day. And then we start falling out. The diagnosis was we got to lay down and get some sleep, recharge ourselves, brothers and sisters. Just like when your cell phone go down, you got to plug it in to recharge it. So in our process of energy deprivation, we made another man, a made man, brothers and sisters, to take care of the planet. He didn't have energy deprivation because he's not us. He's not black. He's a Neanderthal, a cave dweller, a white boy. In the Bible, they call them the Chaldeans. So, brothers and sisters, our new law is revenge. Do unto them what they have done unto us. You say, hey, brother, what kind of information is that? What kind of God is that? Brothers and sisters, the Master Fraud Muhammad is a war god. Master Suleiman is a war god. The information that we are downloading from the Injil, which he have retrieved from the 22 chapters of the book of Revelation, is to re-evaluate, for us to download the new mind and then do what is necessary to bring into existence a new kingdom. We also have a promised land, Arabia, that's being occupied by the house of Sod, the dragon that's been hidden in Revelations, the demons that's been hiding under the 7 seals in Revelation, Satan hiding under the seals in Revelation, the real devil hiding under the seals in Revelation. All these things have been revealed, brothers and sisters, and it's up to us to download them so that we can be prepared to do our job. First, we have to go through tribulation, brothers and sisters. So as we flee to the mountains, and once we gather behind the mountains and regroup, and then we'll be about our mission, revenge and going through tribulations, getting the rest of that stink off of us because we've been under the skunk of the planet Earth. And his stink is not only affected our way of thinking, but it's also affected our actions. So we act like them. But like I said, if we had a tag coming out of the back of our shirt, it would say made in America. That's where you make ninjas at. In America. That's where we were made, brothers and sisters. That's where we were made. So therefore, brothers and sisters, it's up to us. Only thing that the Injil warriors can do is lead you to the messenger of the covenant. Familiarize you with the messenger of the covenant. Let you know that the last book, the gospel of the Jesus of 2,000 years, is now being revealed. Not by the Jesus of 2,000 years, brothers and sisters, by the wisest man on the planet, Master Suleiman, to give us our brain back, to give us back the power, to give us the program back into our minds. The mind is the software, the hardware is the brain. The mind is the software, the hardware is the brain. Look up what the mind do, brothers and sisters, so you can understand what we must be doing in order to get out of the way of the enemy who wants to get rid of the evidence. He wants to get rid of us, brothers and sisters. That's why that nurse emergency alert that states all black people in the North American wilderness, north, south, east, and west, is a security alert to the United States of America. Meaning the truth, the false Jews, when Jerusalem gets surrounded by his enemies, know that his time is near. It's time of destructions. The one who say they were Jews, but really are the synagogue of Satan. America and Britain put them in power. That's why every time they need anything, they run to their rescue. That's their military base over in heaven, brothers and sisters, what they call the Middle East. That's their military base to keep the Muslims in check. They moved them over in Palestine in 48. The Palestinians didn't accept them. They didn't come in. They didn't pray to Jesus. Oh, please, Jesus, let us have this Palestinian land. No, they went in with force. Guns, weapons, bombs, anything they needed. They were dropped in a 50-mile radius of what they call Israel, in the middle of the Palestine's land. Paratroopers dropped 50-mile radius, and then they closed in and killed any and everybody who was in that 50-mile radius. And then that's where they build their so-called city. And that's how they've been ruling ever since they been there with force for the last 76 years, murdering and killing and imprisoning the Palestinian people. But that time is up. That time is up like our time is up. And that's the greatest sign that we can have. But Master Suleiman lifted those 7 seals 34, 35 years ago, brothers and sisters. And that's who was supposed to suddenly appear at Elijah's temple with as a refiner with filler syrup to clean up, brothers and sisters, that of which the man of position put in the Legion, Louis Eugene Grounds, modern day Farrakhan. Once he got in Elijah's seat, he changed everything around. He went to war with the saints and got them twisted, got them talking about America, stand here, 6 or 7 states, loving your enemy. We already got that when we told to submit. We already had got that, brothers and sisters, and the time of that is over. That 400 years of submitting is over. The new law from the Injil, revenge. Do unto them as they have done unto you. But that lying son of a devil, that demon that was hiding in Revelation, got exposed. The true demon. When the European go into any woman other than his own. When he go into his woman, he makes a devil. Plain and simple. He white, his woman is white. They make devils, baby devils. But when they go into the original woman, the black woman, they make a demon. And that's who Farrakhan is. That's why he's talking and pushing what he's talking and pushing. And that's why his ministers are doing the same thing. The majority of them are demons. America is ruled by the devil and plagued by demons. The raping of the black woman. Demons, brothers and sisters. That's who flipped the nation. ION. Louis Eugene Ground, Legion, Legion. But when Elijah was in control, it was the NOI. Now it's dead. It's a dead nation. It's a dead nation, brothers and sisters. But Master Suleiman, Rahim, the high priest, the messenger of the covenant that would suddenly appear at Elijah's temple, is coming, brothers and sisters, to clean us up, to give us that new way of thinking, that new mind, that new order, to crush this system, obliterate it, move it out the way, and bring in a new kingdom of righteousness, a new paradise, a new heaven that will be coming out of the mind of the most beautifulest woman on the planet, the black woman. And the black man will be enforcing that new law. I'm your brother, Elihu Ramadan, on the West Coast, brothers and sisters. And as I came before you, so should I leave you in the peaceful greetings of Assalamu alaikum.